Hello, anybody here? Testing this out, hoping that being first timer and still getting into this test. Hello. Let's see. Let me check something here. So I thought, being my very first live, that maybe I'll show off a little bit of stuff I've been learning. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. Dang it. Anybody here? Test, test. Anyways, being shoot my own echo here. That was dumb. Anyways, hold on just a second. Let me find the videos that I was looking at. Let's see. All right. So I'm a newbie at this. Why am I not seeing what I'm looking for? Hello, Wendy. Good. I'm glad you can. Glad it's clear. I figured I'd just come on and test this out. Being a rookie and limited to only certain backgrounds. Gee. um, just feeling it out. I do pretty good just doing recordings, but doing, yeah, my own live, that's a whole different thing. So yeah, feeling very rookie-ish, if that's even a word. So what I wanted to do is, I got a few videos here that few people that's been on my list. Hopefully I do it right here. Let's see. Why isn't my StreamYard showing a notepad? Oh, there we go. There's that. Let's see. Now, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to figure out. All right. Let me look here. Refresh my page so I can see it on the screen. Okay, how come when I present that, is it the way I got it shown? Because I'm not, some reason or another, it's not showing the dot. Oh, add to stage. Duh. All right, let's see. Maybe that'd be better. Okay. Anyways, this is kind of a list of some of the people that I've been looking into that, well, let's see if I remember. Traders just did this one, that motive means an opportunity gal. She was the weirdo with the what I would call a school age background with a brick background. Yeah. But there's just some of them I'm going to be looking into. Let's see. All right, let's get rid of that one. Let me bring up my other one that I was looking at. This lady here. Now, this lady here is, yeah, she's got a lot of videos that are very questionable. That, I don't know. Let's see, is it showing? No, that ain't showing. What am I doing wrong? Well, it says it is. All right. Weird. Okay. Let me do this. Anyways, I'm learning this. That's the sharing, and have to actually look at the page I'm looking at. This, when I did a search on just Sebastian alone, and she has some on Summer Wells. She's got tons of videos on this case. Well, I got looking at them, and she's just, no. Summer Wells is just some of them, but when I typed in, the Sebastian, she just started, let's see, a month ago is when she actually started doing her vids on this case. I've watched some of her vids. Let me see. Let me bring my, let's see, liked, no, where is it? Playlist, here we go. Come on, where is it? Yeah. Go figure. It would have to bring up all my clips here. Let's see. Oh, I probably don't have it down in trauma. Yeah, here we go. Now, let's see if this is all right. It is showing. All right. Now, this lady, I unblocked her.
I'm gonna try to tell you everything.
This is just one of her videos that she is trying to project.
I see a massive argument, massive conflict,
and
constant
I don't understand why.
Him and his parents.
I really don't understand why.
His parents being.
Why are these psychics and mediums?
I see him also being extremely.
Don't get me wrong.
Bullied.
There are
a
bunch out there that don't
by his peers.
Put it out there and don't, even if they do a reading on Sebastian or one of the family members, I never ever see
like torn inside, heartbroken,
You never see them putting it out here like this,
sad.
or like that gal that traders just covered. You know, the few gals that
And it
the
had been
traders
happening
covered. They
most of
keep
his
it to
life.
themselves. You
Okay,
know,
so
they don't put it out live, trying to milk these kids. You know,
I do
you
see
know.
a
It
man
just she just
carrying him out of the
drives
house.
me nuts. This
It's
gal, among many that's on my list, just yeah, she's just one gal, that I can say is only doing it because it's a case. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. T-Rev 757. I'm familiar with his stuff. I'm familiar with his true crime side, and I'm also familiar with his spirit box session. Hmm, to do it, that kind of stuff, to use that on current cases, to me, is harassing the spirit world. One of these days, those spirits, hey, Spudler, I'm glad you stopped by. I'm trying to catch in between my very favorite creators, kind of lives. I know I can't always, be, because they always seem to time it in between here, but they're favorites. But anyways, you know, T-Rev, it just I don't know how to explain it. To me at the moment, he is milking it. I have seen the spirit box used on a lot of old cases, or like old properties that, like Gettysburg, you know, that has old history. I get them doing it for that. But to work a current case, sorry, they're milking it to the worst degree, in my opinion. Um, Not everybody believes in the spirit box, or one of the other tools is called a necrophonic. Ghost tube is another. There's several different kinds of tools you can use to speak to the spirits. To me, using those in a current active case is wrong. I do not stand by that. I don't support it. I don't watch it. I feel it is very bad. The Foreman brothers, they've always done you know, old cases. So I always watched them. But where they're now doing current, exactly, exactly, Spuddler. As far as I'm concerned, T-Rev is doing nothing more than harassing the spirits to, harassing the spirits. And one of these days, those spirits are going to come back and bite them. Karma will get them. They, this, our own spirit energy, if we come back, uh, they're not going to put up with that. They really are not going to put up with it, and they will come back. Enough is enough. Stop bugging me. Stop asking me for questions that I'm not going to give you. Sorry, just not going to happen. And these people need to stop doing that, especially when you have families that are desperate for that possible connection, that possible spirit connection. You know, is my child still alive? Where is he if he isn't? I feel very, you know, Exactly, Spudler. And Duck and Fucks. I think, yeah. And let's see, Firefly in the Sky. Wishful thinking. They listen to the Spirit Box also. If I'm not Duck and Fucks, if I remember correctly, is also one that is not. She allegedly has a ghost or some spirit in her closet. She has said that on a live, so I'm not saying anything wrong on that. And I would support her because everything that I've seen, she is not using it to contact like Sebastian or bug the spirits as to Sebastian or any of the other cases. You know, the to me the most current cases are recent. Riley, Madeline Soto, case. The Quentin Simon, yeah. Oh, well, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. When I grew up, growing up, I've always had that feel for, spirits around. But I respect it, you know, not going to upset them. If they're not friendly, I tell them to get the hell out, but I don't go and advertise it. Well, I guess I just kind of did. But growing up, there was one that in a house that was a very old house, and it was like built in the mid 1800s. It's changed a lot since me and my family moved out. That was years ago. But you could literally hear someone walking down the stairs and going out the door, and the door would open and close. But you could be standing on those stairs on the the way the stairs was is that they come down so far and then it turned and then went down again to the main, floor. And once you hit the bottom, the front door was there. It's been that way since probably since it was built. Uh, oh wow, neat. But see, you're seeing them visually. So in photographs, so you know that they're there. They may not be talking to you, but they're there. Um, yeah, see that's the one that we lived in southeastern Washington was built in the early 1800s. That I do know of because there is a map of the little town in our house that I went to lived in while I was in junior high and high school was on that, you might say, caricature map. And there used to be a section of the house that unfortunately early 1900s burnt. Now, story from the local newspaper says unfortunately 2 people lost their lives because that's where the parents lived. Yeah, they do. It does, and they say that the wood, especially an older home, the wood soaks in that energy more than like concrete or anything like that. Pressure drawers that you may pick up, from a yard sale or whatever, it holds history in it. You know, so with that in mind, you know, you really got to watch what you pick up, from those, unless it's direct from your family, like a family member built it or a family member bought it it's passed down through the generations kind of thing, then you probably are not going to have any problems with any family member haunting you, as they say. But my parents thought I was nuts until they heard it themselves. My dad and mom went to look. What's the name of that? It's a little mining town in Colorado. Anyways, they stayed at a motel there. Now, my dad has a CPAP machine. It was plugged in, but it was off. And all of a sudden it turned on. Dad didn't do it. Mom didn't do it. Well, so dad turned it back off. Thought, well, maybe just a glitch in the, you know, in the wiring or something, because it was an old hotel. I thought maybe, it was just an odd thing. But dad unplugged it. And it turned on again. Now, my dad goes and calls me and tells me, and I looked up the hotel that they were living in. According to the story, it's two little girls, unfortunately, seeing their own father murmur their mother, his wife. He was out drinking. He come home, and they were all from Illinois. He moved the whole family there for the job there, you know. So when that happened, I told dad, I even sent him the link, everything. But it was an interesting, situation. And dad didn't want to believe me, but it happened right next to him. Y'all can hear me okay, right? Still? Or am I just babbling? Oh, neat. Okay, I wouldn't. Goodness, I'm getting froggy now. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Well, at least I got two guests for a test run. As they say, baby steps. Oh, here's another one. Fine art. They are. It's just like Bigfoot. You know, there's a few people out there that are using spirit box, or at least the, EVPs. It's okay. Um, or the Necrophonic is one of the other, spirit talker apps. Oh, oh no. um, they use it in behalf. And it's like I asked them on their Facebook page, what happens if you do happen to find and see? In some ways, I have to say that I feel, sorry for Bigfoot or any of the other, as they call them, cryptids. Who are we to show, you know, to really show where they are? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think maybe, Wendy, maybe not beyond our human visual spectrum, but probably at the most, In the most way, yes. But when I look at it is if we see them, it's because they want us to see them, not because a picture or whatever. If they want us to see them, we'll see them. If not, then we just sense them around us. I think they're all part of Mother Nature. I mean, the Earth is nothing but energy that space put together along with, in my eyes, God kind of helped spin and make Earth. I don't know how else to explain it. It said that God made Earth in 7 days, you know, or 6 days, and the seventh day was rest, according to the Bible. He probably, maybe space made the Earth, and then he just added people onto Earth as a home for a home. Here, let's give it some wildlife. Let's give it some humans. You know, but I've always been interested in the paranormal. But when they go and when these people are using a child to gain money, to gain reputation, clout, subs, you know, yeah, heck, I need a rest after watching some of these, some of my favorite live people following, some knucklehead, that is spewing myth facts, that are not. Brittany J, there's a good one. She has 2 channels. Yes, I called her out in my other one on the Stop the Hate. And I still stand by what I said there. Shame on her. And she keeps doubling down as if it's, what she's saying is oh, that it's okay. It's not. Exactly. Exactly. And I don't know if Brittany's child, one of her children, are, you know, special needs or, autistic, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I really don't care. But in the same sense, I do, in the fact that her words, she's bashing a mother with an autistic child, be them high functioning or not. The chromosome deletion brings in a whole nother aspect. Now, per Seth's own words, I'm not going to say it, but per Seth's own words, he dropped a bomb on all of us. It should never have been brought to YouTube. That that was wrong. That was wrong. I understand he's hurting and he's probably upset. I get it. And both sides are lashing out because they are stressed. Exactly. I am working on a video for Sebastian only, showing his likes, what he didn't like, what may have, you know, did he still have that foot problem, where he didn't go anywhere without shoes? And for him to step out on the porch and maybe just his socks in a flashlight, that makes me think that maybe, just maybe, something got his attention after mom went to sleep. So he opened the door to check to see what the heck was going on. I don't, unless law enforcement says otherwise, I just do not get the vibe that Chris and Katie and Seth are at all responsible for Sebastian's disappearance. I really not. You know, until law enforcement says otherwise, they're innocent in my eyes. Yeah, I'm kind of side-eyeing Seth for some of his words. Chris being extremely upset. But that don't make him evil or dirty or or a murderer for that matter. None of that makes them, and they definitely, I'm sorry, but a lot of these people throwing narcissists around really need to look up the real term, because it's usually the narcissist that, yeah, there was something that triggered him that he was not happy about. And sorry, but kids in general, heck, my son at 8 years old, my nephew at 6 years old, helped his own my nephew when he was a little kid, helped my mom, his grandmother, how to fix her dang phone. Showed her how to use her dang cell phone, because there was something on it. I forget what it was, but there was something that something so simple. These kids are smarter than what their parents give them credit for. An internet. Dad's gone to work. Sebastian's home at dad's, alone. Who's to say? Nobody knows. We only know that they went to dinner to Texas Roadhouse the night before. They come home. I don't know if he took out the trash that night or another, or people had just seen him around. Hey, Shorty. Glad you're here too. I figured soon enough someone might, even if I have bushwatchers, that works. They do. I mean, if you've had kids that age or even younger, they forget or lose their socks and shoes in their bedrooms. I don't know how many times I helped my niece and nephew clean up their bedrooms because their dad, my brother, got after. My brother was no different. We used to call him Oscar the Grouch when we were kids because his room compared to mine, yeah, it was like a you walk in and you waded through his clothes and everything. That's that's normal in a sense for kids. Oh, okay, good. But kids forget that they got shoes maybe under their bed that might be, or socks for that matter. They lose them in their closets. We don't know if Katie's only going by what she has physically seen, that the only pair of shoes was at the door. Yeah, a pair of socks in the washing machine. How many people have lost a sock, for instance? Uh, how many socks is our washing machines or dryers they eaten? And then we find them. Or they were hooked to some clothes, inside. Traitors! Oh my goodness. Girl. Awesome job on that gal, by the way. I was talking a little bit about that. Thank you for, but Yeah, so do I. Nobody knows for sure. The only thing that Katie could think of at that time when asked, and I totally get it. There's times when I forget things, even at my age, which is almost 60. Where the hell did I put my damn, keys? I had them right here, or a note, that to take to the office. Simple little things that we have in place. We forget that is, especially under stressful situations, we don't remember everything. We look down and see, okay, Sebastian's shoes is still right here. Those are probably the last ones that you wore, and probably the ones that he normally wears. So I totally get that. Same with, obviously, a certain shirt coming missing that he only wore like like Chris said on Web Sleuth, only had only one of 3 designs on his shirts. That doesn't mean 3 different damn shirts, Chloe. It was one shirt, one of the others. One of those 3 shirts, because they wore the same design shirt, long sleeves, probably, most likely. Yeah. But we just don't know until law enforcement says, and it's really none of our business. They don't owe us anything. Seth up on panels. It is really none of our business, and they don't owe us this. They don't owe us that any of this information. But some people think that they do owe us, and I'm sorry, but that's wrong way of thinking of it. It's just totally wrong. Exactly. That is the main foundation, is getting Sebastian home. And some of the information I've been seeing out there by Seth, Pascal, Tony, even, be it on YouTube or on his Twitter or his TikTok. Who gives a shit about CPS records? Is that going to bring Sebastian home now? No. If anything, that's going to give if he was taken by somebody under false pretenses that may not be family, what is that going to get? What kind of tips is that going to give them to use against that child? That's the other thing I think of, or, any victim for that matter, especially children. They're the most vulnerable to in being autistic. Don't make them not good. Yeah. 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 It's true, Shorty. When I heard that from him, he was like all giddy about the CPS things. Now, is that CPS records that were from years ago when Sebastian was 8, and he's just trying to dangle that like a damn carrot? That's what I'm thinking. In all honesty, that's what I'm thinking. And just, I hope not. And I don't think it should ever be shared. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Um, just, I don't know. There's so much to learn, not only about my first time going solo live or live in general. I've been on panels, of course, but that don't really count when it's your own live. But just testing this all out. I just hope they bring Sebastian home. I really do. Huh. People, oh, that's right. I forgot. I can highlight that. Well, if he's getting redacted, I would say that that's protecting any of those that may have said something against him. I don't know. He should get the full, yeah. Well, it was, from what I understand in the beginning, is Katie and Chris was the main, and Seth, because of his work time, being a jailer or one of the guards in a jail, because of his hours, it was best for it wasn't a full-time situation. I don't know. That's the impression I got from listening to both Katie and Chris and Seth in the beginning. Now, yes, there's a lot has changed. I don't know all the facts. Law enforcement really has not said a lot other than at this point in the beginning they said at this point it doesn't it is, what was the word they used, they didn't feel it was up to criminal behavior, so that's why just a missing persons case, that's it. Everybody else is the ones that are saying, keep throwing criminal. Oh, thank you. Hi, Crazy. Thank you, traders. Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, my brother tried to run away when he was 5 years old. Even had his suitcase packed. My mom, he said he was going to run away. My mom helped him pack his little suitcase. Mom asked him, where are you going? He said, I'm going to grandma's. Well, one grandma was living in Idaho, and one grandma was and the other grandma at the time was living in Wyoming. So, you know, 4 or 5 years old, and what it was is mom asked him to clean up his room and called him Oscar the Grouch. Okay, shorty, you enjoyed the rest of the evening. Thank you for coming. You know, I think back to then, and I have to laugh about that. And my brother was only 4, all because mom wanted him to clean up his room. Now we have a 15-year-old who is probably hearing both parents, mom and Chris and Seth possibly fussing about where, when, how, homeschooling. We don't know. You know, it was brought up by both of them. So that is a factual thing. It's not something that was just spread. That was said by Chris and Katie as to homeschooling. So And that was in the interview, I believe, with the one news lady that I heard that from. Before, I think that was before Duchess's interview, or maybe just after. Thank you, hon. Enjoy your evening. But I don't know. I'm learning. This is crazy. Oh, I got a few bushwatchers. I see 6, but I only see a couple talking. I got bushwatchers. Yay! uh, but when you bushwatchers or pocket watchers, whatever you want to call yourselves, uh, hit the like. It'd be really nice. That really would be nice. But anyways, I just want to test this out. I don't have very many background animations or backgrounds in general yet until I get upgraded. Still learning all this YouTube stuff and sticking to terms of service. Those fancy words you got to watch out for. But I just, there's so much about this case has got me. Hey, Kurt! Hi, sweetie. Glad you did good. Oh, bring them. I feel honored. I wow. But yeah, this whole case and seeing all these people that are talking so much ick, it just saddened me. And then I had I don't know who the heck she was in Clemenati's chat try to troll me. Clemenati jumped on her butt. So then tried to accuse me of saying some nasty crap about Sebastian. No, I did not. Yeah. I don't know who the gal was. I just know her name was Lisa and she had like flowers or hearts on either side of her name. And some gal named Lavish. No idea who she was. And probably hanging out in Betty's or, those other ones. But I've never seen in the chats I go to, like Ertz, Spuddler's chat, Traders. I haven't seen those two gals, but yeah, hey, big bruh. Hey, bruh, I'm a girl, but that's okay, bruh. Uh-oh, you got timed out in Pluminati's? Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. I don't know. But it's just crazy. Like I said, I'm working on one video. Aw, it wasn't you that was causing any problem. Then maybe a misclick, maybe someone else. I don't know that they meant to click on and they got you instead by accident. Wendy. Uh, well, I'm surprised I haven't been kicked out of Britain J's either because I chewed on that ass. I come in hot. Well, true. That very well could have been true because there's a lot that well, it's like in Wispies. Bless her heart, everybody knows that Rachel sometimes accidentally pocket mods and accidentally hits the wrong button. So everybody goes, Rachel. Yeah, Yeah. Well, if Wendy was trolling JLR, probably. JLR don't like anybody. All of them, they don't want us speaking the truth to their followers and show proof and provide proof. They block us. So, you know, it's not because we might have said a troll comment. You know, that was the problem. You corrected them. Yeah. Yeah. You corrected somebody on the information, even if it was a minute thing. I found that to be true. So, but I just thought I'd test this all out. So much to learn. I still gotta make me an outro. Tell me what you think on, let's see, my intro vid. This is what I made for my intro vid. It's different. Unloaded. There it goes. Halloween, hello. Okay, so what do you think of my intro vid? Thank you. I got some other things. I just need to work on adding them and upgrading so I have so I can get you know get enough worked up time wise to be able to do more lives. Hey T Marie. Oh goodness. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, exactly. Ert, exactly. They can't handle being corrected on their BS. That's the only reason why they block people. But they don't realize we can still watch from the bushes. That's where they goof up. Yeah. Yeah. That's that's the difference. I'm trying to I wish I could add my dang videos, dang it. Let's see. Wait a minute, maybe I can. This one other one I was looking at adding for possible background. Let's see. All right, where did I put it? Let me find it here. Ooh, darn it. I did get my fair use banner. Let me get that added to it. There was something new that I don't know. I just got to figure out how to add it to making videos. Since I didn't have many backgrounds till I upgrade, I made it into a video and said, "The heck with it." That was the best way to do it. Yeah. I'm the rumor. Exactly. You know, till I was always taught honesty is always the best policy, plain and simple. And also to thine own self be true. If you're not true to yourself and keeping your heart you know, being truthful to yourself, how are you going to be truthful to others? You're not telling other people the truth if you can't even be truthful, I guess is the thought. But I don't know, that's just two things that, growing up, that I always felt, but new videos, new everything. Trying to think, let me see if I can find my other little animation I found. I can't say I made because I didn't, but I think it's too bad I can't use it as a background yet until I guess upgrade. I don't know if I have to upgrade money wise to get it or not, to make it a background clip instead of a front, you know, instead of on top of me, I want it behind me, dang it. Well, that's loading. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. It sometimes is hard to go there. Are we being too judgmental, or are we not being judgmental enough on, or harsh enough on these people that are putting out bad info, or laughing about someone's last name? Just one little example because I heard it right out of my own ears, But was one of my other little videos that I found that was for free, that I hope in the near future to make it a background. That was the coolest damn thing. I don't know. I've always liked retro in retrograde, so that's what made me think of this. Thinking about it, I think I gotta do it this way. Let's see. Ah, let's see. Let's see. Oh, darn it. Let me find it here. I'm still learning. In the near future, to keep the wild children out, our typical trolls, I'm gonna, maybe my next live, when I feel more organized, I'll add some wrenches out. But I'm still feeling this around. Anyways, ladies, well, yeah, I think we all can be that way, Wendy. It's only fair, it's, I don't know, in our nature to you push too hard, then it's like, okay, I've had enough. Now now it's my turn. That kind of thing. Boo. I think I'm going to end with this. Thank you, everybody, even my pocket watchers, bush watchers, whatever you want to call yourselves. I appreciate you coming and checking out my very newbie test. Thank you. And looking forward to all your videos, ladies and gents. Talk to you later. Love y'all. Aw, thank you, Halloween. Me too. It just matter of getting myself organized and knowing how long, to get myself set up to do things like, things like that. Uh, Timing, I know, is everything on a lot of cases. Yeah. And if you guys have any idea, any suggestions on people to possibly cover, I can try it. I know I got a long list of psychics right now I got to go through and really weed them down to some of the worst. Hello, Anika. Thank you for coming. Although I'm just fixing to close for the night. Just fixing to call it a night. Okay. Sorry I wasn't on a little sooner, so you didn't have to be on so late. Yeah, that would be good. I got a list of some mysterious psychics, whether they're on Sebastian's case or Summers or whatever. Hello, Faith, and thank you. Might have to replay being a newbie. I'm not quite good enough to yet to do those 4 or 5 or 6 hour lives yet. Oh, thank you so much, ladies, for coming in. I appreciate it for my first live, and it was kind of a surprise live. I just, instead of hitting record, I said, hell with it. I'll click live. Thank you. Thank you very much. See y'all later. Toodaloo. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Don't want you to miss out on any future lives or videos. Love y'all. Talk to you later.